Hey there everyone, it's Anthony, back with another video here on Single and Placing. Hi, hope you're having a fantastic day, weekday, weekend, week, month, evening, morning, overnight, all of that good stuff. We're out here at the Doe Creek Trail outside of Granby, Colorado. I'm up here for a little weekend trip with Apollo just to get out of the house. It's just a chaotic home this weekend. There's guests and the landlord's doing a bunch of stuff. So I was like, you know what, let me get out of here for the weekend and go hike and play with the boy. So that's what we're up here doing. And I also decided to use this time to film my Christmas premieres. I don't know how many I'll be signed up to do, but I figure I'll do 2, and if they need 2, then I have 2, and if it's just 1, then I've got 1. So I actually just finished filming that Christmas premiere. So I was like, let me hop back on and just give a hello to current timeline people. But yeah, I had to talk Christmas in that other one. But yeah, we're out here. It is the 24th of October, so I'm really ahead of the game on my Christmas premieres, but I want to get them done and out of the way. So, and I don't even know if I'll be asked to do it this year, but if I am, then it's done. If not, then I'll just make them regular videos around Christmas time. So, yeah. But we're out here on a hike, and Apollo's already been acting like he normally does when he hasn't been out in the wilderness for a long time. He's been eating grass and poop and rolling in poop. So I'm gonna have to wash him off when we get back into the car. I have my shampoo, dog shampoo, and a gallon of water in the trunk ready to go for situations like this. It isn't much, it's just like a little streak of it. But he loves getting deer and bear and elk and moose poop on him so he can hunt better, I guess. I don't know what that instinct is, but he always does it. So, yeah. That's my boy. That's my gross little Apollo. Right, baby? Yeah, you're cute, but you're gross. So, that's what I get for getting a dog that has wolf instincts and thinks he's a woodland creature. Come on, let's go. So yeah, but he's having a blast. So yeah, we did about a mile, and we did about 2 miles for the Christmas premiere, and so now we've got maybe another half mile, 3/4 of a mile back to the car. So I was like, let me just do a little quick vlog. This will help to pad out to give you another update while I'm out traveling for my my second leg of my trip. So we're in between trips right now. Today is Friday, and so I leave in 1 week, next Friday, for Virginia. So yeah, that's what's going on. It's beautiful. We came out here. I have a little condo that I rented for 3 nights. So we got up here yesterday evening, and it was a beautiful drive up, and it's nice and cool, like beautiful fall weather. We had some complete overcast this morning and some fog, but it's cleared up, so it's partly cloudy and it's beautiful. And the temp is just perfect, not too cold. So I'm loving it. But I figure we'll do this hike, go back to the condo, so I can do some video editing. I do have a little bit of work that I need to get done, even though I have today off. So I need to get that done, and then probably diamond paint for a couple hours, and then come back out here and do an afternoon or evening walk with him. So come here. Come over here. What do you smell? What is it? What is it? Hi. Hi, little butt. So yeah, come out here and do an afternoon and evening walk. But yeah, the little condo is like very strange. It's part of this huge complex that has like all these different levels and floors, but it's definitely dated. It's definitely giving me 80s, 90s vibes. But it's huge and sprawling, and all the different floors of the different condos all interlock because it's kind of also like a hotel style, so it all connects to a main lobby. But then there's also businesses that have spaces in there. So there's like a barber shop and an arcade and an art gallery and a tattoo parlor, like in this like hotel kind of timeshare. It's just a weird mishmash of stuff. So I was like walking around last night trying to find the restaurant because they have a restaurant and bar there. And I was trying to find it so I could get dinner. And are we already to the car? Wow. I was trying to find it to get dinner. And I just kind of got lost in the maze. And I'm like, this is so random. There was like a library kind of setup where they just have like a ton of books and games and stuff laid out and pool tables and all sorts of stuff. But I got there in the evening, and so there was no one doing any of these activities. So it just kind of felt like a little like abandoned kind of mall almost. It was very strange. But I did find the restaurant, and that was also kind of weird because it's like tucked away. And so you have go down these like empty corridors, and then all of a sudden you're just like there in this small little restaurant, and it's called Lost and Found. So there's like a sign that's like Lost and Found this way, but it doesn't say like Lost and Found restaurant and bar or anything. So I'm like, that is really weird that they advertised their Lost and Found like, oh, I lost a hat, or I lost glasses, or I lost a coat. That's what I was thinking, like an actual Lost and Found. But I'm like, let me just keep walking this way and hopefully I find it. And the concierge desk was closed, so I couldn't even ask. And I turned the corner, and there's like 4 guys sitting at this bar. The restaurant maybe has like 6 tables, and they're watching the game, and there's just somebody, a bartender there. And I'm like, oh, this place is called Lost and Found. You should probably be more specific. So I asked for a beer, and then I was like, well, this is just a bar. I didn't see anyone eating food. Like, this is just the bar. I need to figure out where the restaurant is. So I order my beer, and I'm like, hey, quick question. Like, where do I get food? And he was like, oh, we do food here too. Sorry. Every time I slip or trip, Apollo gets all skittish. It's like, what is that noise? So he's like, oh, we do food here too. So I had already paid for the beer. And then he's like, oh, I got to do another ticket for the food. I'm like, I'm sorry. I didn't realize like this was going to be a whole situation. But I ended up getting my food. I took it back to my little condo. And the condo like has like a kitchen and a little bedroom and stuff. It's cute. Is this still on? No. So I took it back, and yes, this is the right way. So we're going to go down here. We're not quite to the car yet, so we have some time to chat. So I took my food back and ate my food and cuddled with Apollo, and took like the shower was like, it's a big old rain head shower, which I love. I have one at home, but this one was even bigger, and the water was like nice and hot, and it was so nice between traveling last week to different Airbnbs and hotels and stuff, and then coming home and immediately going over to Dom and Brandon's, whose shower is kind of weak. I haven't had like a nice, powerful, strong rain head hot shower in a while. I've had just kind of mediocre. So having that like hot, steamy shower and go, 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 go. And just sitting in that and relaxing and having like a little me spa moment and not feeling rushed. It was great. So I got out of that shower super relaxed and just ready to cuddle up. So anyway, I ended up bringing a diamond painting with me because I'm like, this weekend I'm just gonna hike with Apollo and hang out and maybe do some video editing and just diamond paint, just do my crafty stuff and just zone out. I need that. So I brought a diamond painting with me. I didn't know what to bring. I was gonna bring Tropicana because I'm almost done with that. Like, I'm one diamond painting session away from being finished with that kit, but it's big, and I guess I could have just rolled it up, but I was like, this is just a little too unwieldy, and I don't know what the size of the table is gonna be at the condo. So let me find something that's like a normal diamond painting size, that's not 80 by 90, and I'll start a new kit, and I'll make it a round, since once I'm done with Tropicana, I won't have any rounds. So I went out to the garage before I left yesterday after work, and I'm staring at my stash. I'm like, what do I bring? What do I bring? And at first I was like, let me bring Guardian of the Realm or Dragon Spirit for that whole dueling dragons thing, but I want to enhance those kits. So I was like, well, I don't want to bring those because I don't have enhancements. So I set those aside. I was like, well, maybe I'll grab this and that. I was looking at all my rounds. Some of them I was like, this is too big. I don't really feel like working on this one. So I ended up landing on Fushimi Inari by Yume Art, which is a round drill that came out last Black Friday. And it's a really beautiful kit. It's got some darker colors in it, so that's one of the reasons I was like, I'm not sure, but I ended up just saying, let's go for it. And I didn't plan on enhancing it. So I snagged that, and Apollo, come here, up, get up there, go, go, go. Good boy, wow, mountain dog. Can you get up there? Can you get up there? Go, 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 up here, up, up, go, 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 go. Good boy. Hi, cutie. Yeah, you got poop behind your ear, you little nasty. So I ended up snagging that, and what else was I going to say about that? Oh, part of me almost was like, I'll just do another square because I really want to get, I forget what it's called, wind something, I'm not sure, but it's the Yume Art tall panel that's got a like a white wolf or a white dog on it at the bottom, and that's reminds me of Apollo kit, so I was like, maybe I'll get that one. And but it's a big square panel, and I have too many squares going. So snagged Fushimi Inari and drove up here and did my whole shower thing, ate my dinner, wound down, put on a podcast, and I kitted that whole thing up last night. And they have the perfect little diamond painting setup. It's a smaller table, but it's got bench seating, so it puts you just at the right height, at least my preferred height for diamond painting. So I sat there and I kitted that whole thing up, and I got 3 sections done on it. They're kind of half sections at the bottom. This is one of the ones with the perforated cover plastic. So I just did like the bottom 3. So I got that done, and by that time it was right around 10:30, 11. So I was like, let's go to bed, Apollo, let's cuddle up. And this is a condo that's kind of like a studio setup. So when it's time to sleep, you move one of the chairs aside and then you pull down the bed. It's one of those, like, it's a Murphy bed that's in the wall. You pull that down and go to bed, but there's still plenty of room. Like, there's a full living room and kitchen and everything. So we just cuddled up and snuggled, and it was kind of cool in the room, but they had plenty of blankets, but that meant Apollo cuddled with me the whole night, which I loved. So did that, and then this morning we woke up pretty early, and the condo has a back patio. So you exit out the patio and there's like a little lawn and some chairs and a little grill. So we sat out there this morning and just kind of watched not the sun was already mostly up, but we just kind of enjoyed the morning. I made some coffee and hung out, and then I finally got my life together and got dressed. And now we're out here. So it's about, I want to say it's probably close to noon now. It's 11:30. And that includes, we've already been hiking for over an hour. So yeah, it's been a beautiful day. I might stitch this to another clip if we go on another hike or something. Just because this is going to end up being shorter because we're already most of the way done. We didn't do the full hike. So this is a loop hike. So I could either start counterclockwise or clockwise. I started counterclockwise, not realizing that right about halfway, it gets really steep going uphill in a short section if you go that way. If I had gone the other way, it's a very gradual incline, and then when you hit that, you're doing a steep downhill as opposed to uphill. So I made that mistake. I was filming the Christmas premiere, got to that point, and I'm all huffing and puffing, and I'm like, okay, let's turn around. So yeah, when I come back out here either later today or tomorrow, whatever, I'll try to do the full loop. It's about 5 miles. But I was like, I'd rather go down this than up it. So anyway, but yeah, the plan, I believe, is going to be for me to film my kickoff. Actually, well, yeah, it's going to have to happen. I might try to film my kickoff for Mooka Mania. I just didn't bring a Mooka with me, and I didn't bring the right tripod to do over the head filming, like so you can see the table. I just brought my ring light. So I might just do it where the camera's facing me, and I'm just like, it's just me saying, hi, hello, we're starting Mooka Mania. Good luck, and make sure to register. Okay, bye. It'll be like a quick 2-minute video. Because I need to get that done before I leave on Friday. Guess I could do it when I get back home. And then I'd also like to film a video reminding or announcing the D-stash. So that I will probably do while I'm up here. We'll see. So yeah, I was thinking I'd film a second Christmas premiere up here, and I might do that on a hike. And because I do have service out here, so I might do that and respond to some comments as my backup Christmas premiere video. Otherwise, I just didn't bring the right stuff so people could see the canvas while I'm working. So I don't think I'll be able to do any kind of whip and chat with my current setup. Last time I did it, I tried to do a Christmas premiere with that setup, and so the camera was on the other side of the table, and the angle was just really weird. So I don't want to do that again, because a couple of people did comment that it kind of gives them vertigo when they're looking down across the table to what I'm working on. It just looks really wonky. So I'm trying to avoid that if I can. Maybe I'll mess with the camera and see if I can get it to look a little bit better. But otherwise, we'll just go with the flow, you know? Go with the flow. Boy. Ugh. I hope I have sometime. No, you know what I'll do is I'll use one of his poop bags as a glove for when I have to wash him. It's not much, but it still grosses me out. Little butt. But yeah, it's been nice to be out here today in nature. It is so quiet. We saw one person right at the beginning of the trail, right at the very start. We saw one person who was leaving. Other than that, I'm the only car parked up here, so I think we're the only ones out here. And it's been just dead silent, and just listening to the leaves rustle and Apollo running around and the birds chirping and the little chipmunks scattering around and just being in that peace has been so nice, even though I've been blabbering the entire time. It's been really nice. So Yeah, I think we're here at the head of the trail. Let's find out. But I'll stitch this to another clip just to make it a longer vlog. And we'll keep gabbing. But yeah, it's been so nice. Definitely a good choice as compared to having to keep Apollo cooped up in my room while the landlord has the doors open while he's moving furniture and stuff, and just feeling like we're kind of stuck. Just being out here, and he kind of come and go as we please. The condo is like 6 to 8 minute drive from here. So it's just, we can pop in and out of this trail. Apollo, come here. Come here. Good boy. Good boy. Pop in and out of this trail throughout the day. Easy. Hold on. Hold on. Hold up. Apollo. Hold on. Good boy. Stay right there. Thank you. We're about to come up to the road. So, all right. Well, we're going to hop back in the car. As you can see, I'm the only one here. And it's beautiful. I guess let's walk over here and take a little peek. We're at right on the edge of I think this is Lake Granby. Lake Granby. We're in Granby, Colorado. So we're right here on the edge of the lake. I don't know if there's a trail that goes around the lake. I'll have to look it up, and maybe we can do that next time, either later today or tomorrow. Yeah, this isn't a trail, obviously. It's like a very steep drop off straight down to the water. But yeah, it's very pretty out here. Yeah. Do you want to get up here so I can take a picture of you? Maybe you'll sleep well tonight because you've been running and jumping into poop and everything. Keep going. I don't think this is a trail, but we'll get up here. Okay. Okay. Good boy. You know exactly what I wanted. Stay. Stay. Put your paw up here. Yep. And stay. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Hi. I don't want the poop side. I want the regular side. Stop turning your head. No. Over here. Hi. Hi. You look very serious. You look very serious. Okay. That's good enough. Come on. Let's go, cutie butt. Let's go wash your head. All right. So yeah, we're just enjoying a beautiful mountain day. I did some drone shots for the Christmas premiere. I need to charge up the drone batteries again when we get back to the condo, and I'll come out and do some more. But yeah, nice change of pace after running around theme parks and riding roller coasters. Now I'm doing my other love, which is hiking and being outdoors with my best friend. So still trying to keep a good balance here. But all right, we'll see you on the next clip. All right, everyone, just a quick clip. Me and Apollo are Still out here hiking this weekend. This is day 2, and we came up upon this lake and this little lake island, and it looks like the color out of place image. I forget what that one's called, but yeah, I'll have to insert a picture of the diamond painting kit image. But yeah, there's another little island over here too. I think we can make it across, so we're gonna try to go for it. Hey there, everyone. It's Anthony. I think this is going to be a second clip to a video I filmed a few days ago, so I'm not going to do the whole. I'll do it. Fine. You get the jazz hands. Hi. This is part 2, or the second part of a vlog I was filming over the weekend. I was up at Granby here in Colorado for a little weekend camping trip with the boy. Not camping trip. We'll call it a cabin trip, but I was at a condo that had a rustic theme. So we were glamping, I guess, up in Granby for the weekend doing some hiking, and I filmed part of a vlog, and I was like, oh, I'll do some more when we come back on this trail or another trail. Well, I ended up doing both of those things. I went back on that same trail later that day, and we went on a different one the following day, which I do think I put in like a small little clip from that next day of hiking. But I just wanted to put my audiobook on and shut my mouth and just enjoy the quiet, so I ended up not filming the rest of the weekend. Just wanted to enjoy the nature and the quiet. But I'll tag this onto it, because this has to be doesn't have to be super short, but I have 54 minutes until a coaster crew, a roller coaster Zoom meetup. It starts at 6 p.m. my time, which is in 54 minutes. I just got done with work. So yeah, so I wanted to tag this onto it before I have to do that. So hi, hope you're doing well. It is now Wednesday. I filmed that first clip, I believe, on Saturday. So it's now Wednesday. I can't believe this week is flying by. October flew by. It's the 29th of October today. October flew by, but in such a good way. I'm leaving in 2 days. I leave on Friday for Virginia and Maryland. So this will probably be the last thing I film until I get there and start filming that. But and this will most likely go up, I'd say, if I have time to do all the editing tonight, which I probably won't, but if I have time, it might go up. It'll go up while I'm on the trip. I'll be able, between tonight and tomorrow night, I'll be able to edit it and get it scheduled. So this should probably go up either like the 1st or the 2nd of November will be the goal. We'll see if it actually happens. Look at this puppy. He's so bouncy. He's so bouncy. Look at that little baby. How cute. This is a little pup, and he's bouncing around like a little kid. You ready? You ready? You ready? Woo! Good boy, good boy. So yeah, I'll try to get it edited tonight. Work was a little bit slow today, and I got a lot of stuff done in the morning. So I actually got a bunch done on my lunch break today. I was able to get my kickoff, or not my, sorry, nope. I was able to get my announcement video for my D-Stash posted. I was able to get my finish and review of Tropicana done. And I was able to get 2 videos for the other channel done. They were just short POV, so me riding the roller coaster. So they're like 1.5 minute videos. So I was able to knock all that out in like an hour. So that was good. So I'm feeling very productive today. I still need to film my announcement or my kickoff video for Mookamania. I'll be filming that tonight at some point. I'm just gonna break out the crafting table, slam down my Mook, and be like, hey, I'm starting. Here's what I'm working on. Let me know what you're working on. Don't forget the sign up form is available, and get moving and grooving, and put the sign up form in the description to share with everyone. So I need to do a community post for that as well. I wonder if you can schedule community posts. I hope so. Because I'll be in Maryland on the 1st. Hold on, potty break. I'll still be in Virginia on the 1st, Maryland on the 2nd and 3rd. So yeah, so I need to pre-schedule all that stuff to start Mookamania, Instagram, community tab on YouTube, and the kickoff video. So I need to get all that prepped. Get this one done. I don't have to do this right now, but I might try to do, this might be a late night tonight for me. I'm trying to get it all done. Maybe I can get it done tomorrow, but you probably heard at the start of this vlog that I already filmed my Christmas premiere video. So that needs to be edited and just saved. So I got all that stuff going on. It's just a busy bee. Busy bee this week. And Apollo's staying with Maddie and Joe for the weekend, so I don't have to take him anywhere, which is nice. I don't have to wake up extra early or leave him somewhere the night before. I can just get up and go to the airport, and they'll be there. So that'll be nice. But, gosh, what a whirlwind. Stressors here and there, chaos here and there, but we're finally, I was able to do Monday, Tuesday, and today to kind of regroup, and I've got laundry going. I've been cooking meals at home again, which is nice because I feel like I've been eating out for like the past 2 weeks. So it's just, I feel more settled and like ready to approach this last leg of the trip, and then hopefully take the rest of the year and just stay at home. Well, who knows? I have a constant itch to book another trip for December, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. I kind of already put myself in a position where I can't, because I offered to dog sit for Alex and MJ during, I think it's like the 7th through the 10th, I think, of December, and that's incorporates some of the time that I did take off. So that's where a winter trip would have gone. But I kind of said yes to it just to keep myself from going anywhere. I was like, sure. Even though part of me was like, maybe you should tell them no that way in case you want to go on a winter trip. But I'm like, you know what? Save the money. Save it for something big later on down the road. So I think I'll be potentially doing Elitch Gardens here in Denver because they have a winter fest, so just checking that out to share with everyone, the lights and stuff. But other than that, it might be pretty quiet until spring season, unless somehow, some way I make my way to Saudi Arabia. But other than that, it might be quiet as far as trips go, which means I'll have more time to do single and placing stuff. Woo! So yeah, between the 2 channels, it's time consuming, but I'm making it work. I ran into a little bit of a snafu with my computer Last night I was working on moving all of my clips off all of my memory cards onto my hard drive. I save, for the other channel, I save pretty much every clip that's just like a view of a roller coaster of a park. It's not, you know, all the stuff except for me talking. I save it that way if later on I want to do like a review of a park or a year in review or ranking, I have all those clips that I can pull from to reference. So I save them all by park. So each park has its own folder, and then the year I went. So it'll be like Dollywood, open that folder. Then there'll be a 2025, you open that, and it's everything, all the footage from my trip that year. So I have that to pull from. So I was working on that, and I had some things on my phone that I wanted to airdrop, and it wasn't working. It was just loading and loading. I was like, oh my gosh, nothing was working. So then my computer needed to be updated to the latest operating system for Mac. I did that, and once I did that, it seems to be working now. But my computer, I bought it in mid to late 2018, my MacBook, and it now has very minimal internal storage left because it's so outdated and the latest software update used a lot. Oh, are we doing off leash today? Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, we are. Hold on. Okay, sorry. I feel like every day that I've been coming out here since I got back, there's been a family out here treating this place like an off-leash dog park, and it drives me nuts. So I think I'm gonna start printing off some cards that have a list of off-leash dog parks that are within the area. That way I can start handing it out. Because I just walk through here now with Apollo on a leash, and I just walk where I want to walk and make it really uncomfortable for everyone. Yesterday I did that and they ended up leaving. I was like, I do not care. Come on. So yeah, I completely forgot where we were. I'm sure we were talking about parks, but yeah, I'm gonna hang on to, the computer issues. So yeah, I'm doing all that. I update to the latest program or whatever version of Mac OS, and it worked. But now my computer is like really huffing and puffing to get through tasks. Like it's making that, you know, when your computer's thinking really hard and it's like, and it's like noisy and hot. Now my laptop does that just day to day, or just does that anytime I'm doing anything, especially when I'm processing videos. It sounds like it's dying. So we'll see. I've had that computer since 2018, mid to late 2018. So, I mean, that gives it a service life of what, 7, 8 years now, which I think is pretty good for a laptop. And I looked it up and they say 7 to 10 years is usually average. So I'm right in there. So I think it's time. I think that's going to be my Christmas gift to myself this year, is upgrading my MacBook to a new one. Just so I can keep up with what I'm trying to do as far as like video editing and stuff, because it is really struggling. It is really struggling. So yeah, we'll see. I was looking at the MacBook Pros, like the entry level one. Hop up, hop up. Come on, hop up. Hold on, Apollo. Come on. The entry level MacBook Pro now is like, I think it was like 4 or 5 times faster than the one that I have from 2018. And that's just the base one. That isn't even like getting all the bells and whistles. That's just like the standard MacBook Pro 14-inch that came out this year. It's like 4 to 5 times faster than the one that I currently have. So and the one that I have is kind of had a couple of the upgrades. So even by going with the basic, I'll be really improving and hopefully be able to process videos faster and uploads faster and have more tools at my disposal. I'll probably be able to finally download Final Cut so I can start using like a legitimate video editing software instead of just iMovie. So it would be nice. It would be nice. I can do it, but I'm gonna make it a Christmas gift as opposed to just a flippant thing. So yeah, I almost got it today, but then I was able to get these videos going. I'm like, you know what? It's gonna get me through the next month or so, and I'll wait till maybe they have like a Black Friday deal or something. So I'll wait. But yeah, so that's what's going on. That's what's going on with that. Not too much else. I'm ready for Muka Mania. I've got my Cognac Biscuit out and actually started working on it a little bit on Tuesday night. And it reminded me how confetti heavy that kit is. So I barely got like half the section done. I was like, oh my gosh. So there's no way I'll get it done in 2 months this year. So it might end up being my ongoing, another potty break. Yeah, Cognac Biscuit might be my ongoing Muka Mania project for 2026 too. We'll see what the future holds. But yeah, I was just like, I got like, I think like half a section, 3/4 of a section done. I was like, I could have gotten 2 sections done on a canvas with more color blocking or like more hand charting. Are we just gonna deadlock? Okay, I'll stop. Okay. He redeemed himself. He's like, is it okay if they say hi? I'm like, yeah, sure. I wish he would have said that up front instead of making it weird. But anyway, it was just a little puppy. Just a little puppy. So yeah, I was like, oh, dang it. I was able to get, because I did poke at, I guess we can go through, let's talk diamond painting on this diamond painting channel, shall we? So as far as whips go, I have ones that have not been touched, and that is Garden of Earthly Delights by Hieronymus Bosch and Jaded Gem Shop. And that's it as far as whips that haven't been touched. Whips that have been touched are Inner Garden by Yume Art. I was able to pick at that a little bit before I left for my first leg of my trip, and I think a little bit on Tuesday as well. I've gotten like a couple more sections of that done. So I have that, and then I have Cognac Biscuit de Boucher by Alphonse Mucha and Diamond Painting Shop. I got, like I said, about 3/4 of a section done on that. And then I have my new round that I brought with me to Granby, and that is Fushimi Inari by Yume Art and Diamond Art Club. And that one I'm done with the whole bottom, then about halfway up the side, doing my spiral that I do. Hop up and jump. Good boy. So those are all my whips. Isn't that crazy? So I kitted down a couple of them. So that's everything. And then as far as kitted up not started, I have Winter Solace by Abraham Hunter that I always forget is kitted up because the canvas is in its box, so it's not in front of me, so I forget. And then I have Sedona Majesty by Abraham Hunter, also kitted up, not started. So that just goes to show I love the Abraham Hunter images, but I'm not as keen to work on them, apparently. I just like looking at the artwork. Ready? Up, up. but they'll get done eventually. So yeah, that's what we've got there. And then Tropicana is finished, so that puts me at, I did my counting, that's my 9th finish for the year. I did Wizard Spell, Warm Witch, Bouquet, Moon Girlfriend, Waterfall in a Jungle twice, Autumn by Alphonse Mucha, and Tropicana. Wait, Moon Girlfriend, Warm Witch, Bouquet, Waterfall in a, wait, Moon Girl, sorry. Wizard Spell, Moon Girlfriend, Warm Witch, Train to Tokyo, Bouquet, Waterfall in the Jungle twice, Tropicana, and one other. I'm gonna have to look it up. It's only 9 kits and I can't even keep that straight. Appo, your dad, he's a mess. He's a mess. Okay, let's keep going. Been getting invited to so many Halloween parties this year and I'm not gonna be here this year. Keep having to say, no, sorry, I'm gonna be in Virginia. Okay. Completed. Haha. Wizard Spell, Warm Witch, Train to Tokyo, Autumn, Moon Girlfriend, Bouquet, Waterfall in the Jungle, Waterfall in the Jungle again, and Tropicana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. That's 9. Okay, perfect. So yeah, that's how many I've done this year, which is really low because I'm at a total of 61 completed overall. So, and this is my, 3rd year diamond painting. So I was averaging 20 something. And then this year I did 8. So, ready? Up. Whoa. Try again. Good boy. So yeah, I really was slacking this year. I did like less than half of what I normally do, but I had a lot of stuff going on this year and I did some pretty big kits. That Mucha was huge, 60 by 130, I think. Waterfall in a Jungle ×2 with combined was like 140 by 204 centimeters combined. Tropicana was an 80 by 90. So I've been doing a lot. There's a chance that I could get Fushimi Inari done by the end of the year because it's a round and I tend to work on my rounds more often and faster than I do my squares. So we shall see. But I do think that Cognac Biscuit is going to be keeping me moving slow the rest of the year. But yeah, we're just going to walk down here to the Coors plant and throw this poop away, and then we'll head back so I can hop on this live because I've got 29 minutes to get there. So yeah, at work tomorrow we have our Halloween potluck, and I'm doing dumplings with dipping sauce. And at first I was like, ooh, I'll do my homemade mandu. I learned how to make Korean dumplings during COVID. I'll do those. Yeah, right, Anthony. It's a time-intensive process, and I am leaving. No, there's no way. This week has been busy with catching up on life, and I was like, okay, after work on Wednesday, so right now, I'll drive to H Mart and I'll get all the stuff. So usually I have to go to like a specialty, like a Asian grocery store. So make the half-hour drive there, get the stuff back, put together the filling, then I have to hand pinch each dumpling. I was like, no, no, no. So it was a cute idea, but the timing's just not right for me to make that investment. So I'm just gonna go to the grocery store after this live stream and get store-bought dumplings, fry them up, and then make the sauce, and then put them in the fridge tonight. Tomorrow, they'll go into a crock pot at work, set on warm to warm up, and that'll be that. So, yeah, but I have been good. I forgot that I had a HelloFresh box that came in Saturday, and luckily Maddie and Joe unboxed it and put it in the fridge for me, so it wasn't sitting out until Sunday. So that was nice of them. So I've been cooking from home every day to use them up. That way I don't leave them to rot while I go to Virginia. So I've been cooking from home. I made lunch today. I had enchiladas. And then tomorrow night we have this interesting pork meatloaf situation. I'm curious to see how it turns out. The only thing is I have a bunch of leftovers. So I still have the lunch today made 6 enchiladas. I can only eat 2, so I've got 4 more. And then I've got shrimp from a shrimp sandwich thing that I made yesterday. And so I think I'm just gonna put them in the freezer and then heat them up when I get back from my trip and just use them as lunches to take to work. So I don't have to throw it away. And then whatever's left from the meatloaves tomorrow, I'll have to freeze. So yeah, I should have canceled this week's, but it's actually been good because I was able to break my streak of going out to eat like every day while I've been out of town or dog sitting. So yeah. But that's pretty much everything that's going on. I hope you're doing well. I need to get back to doing some responding to comments videos. I'll work on that. Probably the next vlog or 2 that you see will be responding to comments. Oh, I don't know. I might be recapping my trip part 2. Who knows? But I will try to get to them at some point in November. And then I'll be bringing you along for this part of the trip as well that I'm about to go on, and I'll do kind of the same thing that I did for the first leg, is just talking to you guys when I pick up my rental car and when I make it to the hotels and stuff. And I plan on doing a day going around the Chesapeake area in Virginia before I start doing all the roller coaster stuff. So that'll be our little extracurricular that I'll share here. So yeah, but I hope you guys enjoyed coming along with Matt and I to Dollywood and then to that haunted house thing. Hopefully that gave you a little taste of what the other channel looks like. So yeah, it smells like bread, yeasty bread over here. They're brewing some beer. It smells good. Come on. MJ came over yesterday. She was like, do you have any house plants that I could take some clippings of and potentially try to propagate? I'm trying to find some stuff to put in our north-facing windows, so I need some things that have low light requirements because we don't get a lot of sun coming through that window. And I was like, yeah, I mean, I think all of my plants that I have left from when I was collecting house plants are all low light. Or they can survive in low light. They probably would thrive in moderate light, but they're all thriving in our house. So she came over yesterday while I was cooking lunch and took some clippings from some of my house plants, and we were just talking about the move because I'm moving into their place, their like mother-in-law suite. She's like, yeah, I let our current tenants know, so they'll be gone in March, and then we'd like to have a month or so to do some upgrades, and then you're good to go. And I was like, sweet. So I think I'm actually going to help them with some of those upgrades. And she's she mentioned that if I do chip in and help with the upgrades, then they'll knock some of the rent down, which will be nice too. So that's kind of the game plan. Probably start helping them March and April. So with an ideal move-in of April, May. So yeah, we'll see. But other than that, I'm just gonna enjoy the last winter season I have at my current place and start consolidating and throwing away some stuff, and this D-stash will certainly help. Let's let this person get past us. Let's go this way. Yeah, the D-stash will certainly help in that regard. And I went through even today a little bit and purged some stuff out of my room that I was like, nope, won't need that. And then I put together a whole bag of gifties for the D-stash, because last time I did the D-stash, I was like, okay, you've got kit, you are purchasing this kit, pick a number between 1 and however many kits I had. I'd be like, okay, you're getting a cover minder, you're getting some putty, like some extra leftover accessories. So I was able to scrounge together enough to do that again. It's mainly washi tape, but there's cover minders, some putties that I had purchased but never used, and I think a couple pens as well. So come on, Appo. So each kit that someone bids on and wins, has the winning bid, they'll pick a number between 1 and 60, however many kits, and that number will correspond to an item. So I'll have it written out and just do it randomly. Like, okay, you picked 22, you're getting a washi tape thrown in your shipment. So that's how it'll go. I haven't purchased the bags, the shipping bags yet, or the packing tape I'll need, because it said that if I bought it today, it would be delivered on Friday, and I'll be out of town. And I don't know what Maddie and Joe's weekend schedule looks like, and I don't want to have to ask them to keep an eye out. So I'm going to order them when I get home, and I get home on Tuesday of next week at the time of filming this, which is, what is that? The 4th? Wait. I get home on Monday night. So that's the 3rd of November. So they'll be here in time for the D-stash, or at least by the time it's over. So I can pack that all up and get it sent out. I also need to find my scale, because I have to weigh them all to calculate shipping. I think my scale is in my crafting drawers. It's somewhere. If I can't find it, I'll order a new one with the bags. So yeah, I have to weigh each package, and then I have to add just a little bit onto it to account for the tape in the bag itself, and then send everyone their invoices and have them pay it. And I think last time I said that you have a week from the date that your invoice is sent to pay it. Otherwise, it goes back in my stash. So, yeah, we'll see how it all shakes out. I'm excited because I know the live streams are going to be fun. Mia's co-hosting them with me, so she'll be the eyes on the chat, keeping an eye on the bids and stuff, and I'll be the one handling all the kits and announcing which one's next and the details and stuff. So she'll be helping me out on chat both days. So I'm excited because it'll be a fun time, but packaging and shipping stuff and all that is not my forte. I've said it before that it's one of my least favorite things to do, and I'm just not. But it needs to happen, and I want to get these kits into some good homes, so I'm looking forward to that aspect. But yeah, they're almost done with this house add-on. It's crazy how quickly this came up. It looks like it's going to be multiple units. Yeah, they've added, I thought it was just going to be a mother-in-law suite, and I was like, that's huge. It's 3 townhomes that they've built behind their house. That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, Apollo, I know you're in your sniffing era, your hyper sniffing area, but we got a boogie. So I'm just gonna keep yanking you forward. It did take a little bit. So there's one other vlog that's gonna go up before this from when I first got back from my trip, first part of my trip, and it's when I was dog sitting with Dune. So you'll hear me complain, I guess, about that, but oh, he was extra this time, and he was rubbing off on Apollo pretty good too. So I actually had to, on the last day that I dog sat last Wednesday, I ended up separating them and bringing Apollo home and leaving Dune at his place, and then just bouncing back and forth between them until Dom and Brandon came home at like 8 o'clock that night. So I had to walk them separately and just watch them separately because Dune was just getting a little too aggressive playing with Apollo, and Apollo was starting to seem like he was going from, I think Dune's playing with me, to I think Dune is being aggressive towards me and I need to like get out of this situation. So he was like baring his teeth more. And so, hi. And he just wasn't acting, Apollo wasn't acting like his normal chill self. He was on edge. So I separated them. I was like, Dune's rubbing off on you. He's getting too aggressive. And I don't want Apollo to act like that towards other dogs or learn that that's okay. So I had to split him up on that last day. It was just getting too much. Like there was one point at Tuesday night where I think Dune had gotten down in the middle of the night or gotten up in the middle of the night. It was trying to grapple and wrestle and bite on Apollo. And I think Apollo just was like, dude, like Apollo has a ton of energy, but 3 a.m. when we're all sleeping, Dune's getting up and trying to wrestle and bite Apollo and fight with him. So I just hear, "Rah!" in the middle of the night. I wake up and they're like looking at each other like, dude, get out of my face. I was like, okay. So I brought Apollo up in the bed with me and he had his harness on still, put my hand kind of in the harness. That way, if he got up, I would wake up. And he didn't. He stayed in bed with me at least until I fell asleep long enough that I didn't notice anymore, but I didn't hear it again. But I was like, boys, you've been wrestling and grappling and growling and playing with each other nonstop all day, because Dune can just go forever. And I think that's what kind of upset Apollo or kind of pushed him over the edge, is he's like, I am legitimately tired. like leave me alone. So I think, and Dune just needs to learn to not play. So like Apollo will play hard and he'll run and he wants to be chased, but like Dune will bark and snap and bite as part of his play. And I hope that someday they train that out of him, because not all dogs want to play like that. Apollo's very like forgiving and he'll get along with any old dog. But certain dogs are not going to respond to that very well. So I hope that they train him, or take him to training. Not that I've taken Apollo to training, but Dune's just the type of breed, and I think just his personality type is just a lot. And I know he doesn't mean, and seemingly doesn't mean anything by it. He just wants to play, but it gets to be pretty intense, you know, especially when he's like biting Apollo on the legs enough while they're playing that Apollo's like yelping and trying to run away, you know. So I don't know. I love Dune. He's my baby, but I don't know if it's, and especially with the interaction that Dune had with Theo, where he was growling and snapping at and going after Theo, where I just don't know if I'm comfortable in watching him. He's just a lot. He's a lot. And when you take him on walks, you know, I have to pull Apollo forward so we can keep moving. Dune's the kind of dog that pulls you with all of his might just in a straight line. So your arm's always just locked. Or if you have him around your waist, my waist is just pulled forward. And when he sees other dogs, he pulls so hard that it kind of rips your arm forward. It's not fun. It's not fun. And I've said this, I think, a few times that I've watched Dune, where one time I watched him for like almost 3 weeks. And I was able to, in that time, to walk him solo without Apollo, one-on-one, and try to train him, where we'd walk, and if he started pulling, I'd say nope, and stop or slow down or keep him on a really short leash until he stopped creating that tension on the leash, and then we'd walk forward, and then he'd do it again and stop. It's the same thing I did with Apollo. We would just walk like that for hours. And to teach him that the only way we're going to move forward is if you stop pulling on me so hard. You need to take it easy and keep my pace. And so when I watched him for a few weeks, we got it down pretty good. He was definitely improving, but then I had to give him back, you know. And so that's just, yeah, it just takes time, and it's not something you can do while you're just dog sitting for a weekend. And if they're not interested in doing it, it makes it more difficult for me to want to dog sit for him. But the aggressiveness is, I mean, he's always played hard, but that kind of aggressiveness where I'm scared that it's not playtime anymore, that's new. So I don't know where that's coming from, but I hope they get it figured out, because I know they don't have a lot of options for dog sitting. I've been kind of the only one for the past, since they got him, essentially. I think I've been the only one to dog sit him while they're out of town. And so I don't know, I'd be worried about them being like, oh, he's a sweet, lovable little Dune. Here you go. And then something happens, you know. So I haven't said anything. But what he does is not isolated to when he interacts with Apollo. I've seen him act like that when they're at dog parks and stuff, and Brandon tries to corral him. So they know. It's just a matter of, do I want to do that anymore? I feel like a jerk because he is such a honest to goodness sweetheart. I love him. But he's a tough one. He's a tough one. So Anyway, well, hopefully I'm able to get my butt in gear and do this Zoom call. And while I'm on the Zoom call, because we just chit chat, I'm going to be working on editing videos. It's only usually an hour, hour and a half. Then once that's done, go to the store, buy my dumplings, bring them back, cook them up, let them cool, pop them in the fridge, keep editing videos with hopes that I'll get this vlog done and scheduled, as well as my kickoff for Mookamania done and scheduled, and the vlog that'll be going up before this done and scheduled before the end of the night. And then I work tomorrow, come home, pack, try to get my Christmas premiere just on the books, ready to go for when the gun goes off. And then I will have a clean slate until I come back. Wouldn't that be nice? But I'm feeling energized. I have the momentum. I have the I have the motivation today. So let's get it done, and then we're off to Virginia. So the next video that you see after this will most likely be the vlog where I bring you along. So hopefully, if future Anthony sticks to what his plan is, we'll be cruising around the Chesapeake area, having a seafood lunch, late lunch, and hopefully seeing the birthplace of George Washington and some other stuff. I have like a list of what I'd like to do Friday during the day before the park opens at 6 p.m. So anyway, I'll let you go. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. We'll see you next time. Bye.